Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming through this morning, the faithful few on this cold Saturday morning. I'm glad to have you with me, and I'm glad to have all of you who've tuned in live from around the country joining us this morning. Shout out to the guys in Sasolburg this morning, the Free State. I know they tuned in and on fire this morning, but I know we've got teams up in Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Eastern Cape, KZN. We've got them all tuned in this morning, so it's exciting to have you with us this morning and to have all of you with us this morning as well. We're going to spend a few minutes this morning talking about DuePoint. It's the reason why you've been dragged out on your Saturday morning. I promise I'll make it worth your while. Over the next 40 minutes or so, we're going to discuss what we actually do here. Now, to start with, understand that DuePoint is actually a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important to note because you won't find DuePoint anywhere. DuePoint is not a company, it is just a division. But you will find Constantia. If you go and look up Constantia, you'll see we're licensed and listed on the JSE. We're licensed for life, short, and medical insurance with the FSCA, and we have been around since 1952. This is a 66-year-old insurance company. So this is not a new startup that you're at this morning. And while you might not have heard of us, by the end of this presentation, you'll understand better why. But we are a well-established player in the financial services market here in South Africa today. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as well. There's our FSP number as well if you want to look us up on the internet. I want you to have some confidence in what we are doing and who we are here at DuePoint. I say this because of all the nonsense that's constantly flowing in and out of our economy. It's really the source of where most of our negativity comes from. Every week I read about some other thing that's flown in from China or America or something, taken people's money, collapsed and left. And we want you to know that that's not the case here at DuePoint at all. We're a long-standing life, listed and licensed life insurance company. So have some confidence in that as well. And know that we're made up of real people here. This is not a made-up company in any way, shape or form. You can see even through the camera that we've got real bricks, real walls, real screens, and that I'm not a computer graphic. This is all real here at DuePoint. And at any point in time, you can pick up the phone and give us a ring, and you will be able to get in contact with us 6 days a week. And so I want everybody to know again that they're going to have confidence in who they're dealing with. I'm in the corner here, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here, and I'm going to be taking you through DuePoint this morning. So what is it that we do here? Well, we have a passion and an objective. The reason why we formed the division DuePoint, because you have to remember this throughout the presentation today. What you're going to be tempted to believe is that this morning is an opportunity for DuePoint to sell products. It is not. That is not what we do. The very reason for our existence here at in Constantia as DuePoint is that we are the wealth creation division of Constantia. What we do is akin to the asset generation divisions of ABSA and RMB and Investec, except we've taken a very different approach to them. They would naturally tackle high net worth individuals, take large sums of money from them, and invest them all over the world to try and make more money for them. Well, that's not what we do. We focus on the average South African. Our objective is to create wealth for the average South African. Right now, the average South African is losing the fight on both ends. We're losing the fight on our income side. We do not have any control over it. Our increases each year are controlled by somebody else, and we know that the increases that we're getting every year are hardly worth 2 pennies rubbed together. I think last year the average increase was around about 4% across the country. What do we think inflation was last year? Well, of course, they'll hide the numbers as best they can, but if you do some proper research, you'll see the economists said that for individuals in South Africa, inflation was probably closer to 17%. 17% when your average increase is 4%. See how amazing our technology is? You can live stream me in the room. You can be in the room and live stream me at the same time. Guys, there's no need to film me. There's no need to live stream in. I'm right here before your very eyes. Folks, at the same time, you have no control over the economy you live in. So you're getting a 4% increase, maybe a 10% increase if you're very lucky every year. But our economy is becoming more and more expensive every single day that passes. I had my wife tell me the other day that she went to do her once every 3 month shop for things like the cleaning agents, and you know, for washing the house and the soaps and all of that jazz that she does about once every 3 months. And she said that in the course of 90 days, the trolley increased in price by 33%. In 90 days. What she had paid 90 days earlier was a third less than what she paid 90 days later. Why is that? Well, we've had a 7% increase in VAT. We've had a R1.30 increase in the petrol price with a promised another, I think it's 70 cents or something, they're promising now to come. And none of us are being given increases to match this. Were any of you given a 7% increase on the 1st of April when VAT went up? No, hey. So what do? We are losing the fight on every end. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to put our heads down and do a little bit of work. That, unfortunately, is the reality. But what we have done is we've created what we believe is a tool that if you do work with, will create for you a stable, recurring, steadfast income that can bridge the gap between what you are earning and what you need to survive. Right now in South Africa, we use this tool. It's the only one available to us. It's the only thing we as South Africans can use to survive. Someone dies in our family and it's a 100,000 Rand funeral. Who's got 100,000 Rand lying around in their bank? No. They run to the banks, to the loan sharks, to everything. You need to buy a new car. Where do you go? Get a loan. Very few people will walk into a dealership and buy a car cash. It's the only tool we've got, and so we want to change that tool. We want to create a different tool, a tool that creates wealth, which is recurring lifetime income. Our second objective at DuePoint is that we want to get South Africans back involved in the financial services space in South Africa. We've heard the cry for inclusion and transformation, but at the same time, the South African financial services industry has become the most regulated industry probably in the world. And that means that 99% of South Africans cannot participate in it. Our system has been designed that through that legislation, we can bring South Africans back into and get them to participate in the financial services space. With those two objectives together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is where you come in. It allows you to contract with us as what we call wealth engineers. Wealth engineers are given one task. It's not selling. It is not advertising. It's not advising. It is the simple task of connecting individuals to us. If we're able to connect individuals to us, we're able to expand our market penetration as a company. We then go to these individuals and we facilitate the purchase of our products. And that creates for us revenue. And it's from that revenue that we are able to start creating that wealth for you through the form of an extra recurring income. You see, we at DuePoint do not do transactional cash. You will very seldom hear us talk about money here. Because money is made available to you when you sell something. When you sell a pot, or when you sell cleaning agents, or when you sell vitamins or minerals or creams. The moment you sell it, then you get money, but it's once off. If you don't sell the next month, you get nothing. If your friends don't want to buy again, you get nothing. It does not create wealth, because wealth is money that is there every single month. Now, unfortunately, wealth is created off of one ingredient, and that's hard work. And most people shy away from hard work. Most people will go, no, thank you. I'd rather carry on doing the hard work of being poor than doing the hard work of being rich. And I'm hoping that this morning through this presentation, I'm able to convince you that it's time to change that strategy and to get you directed towards the hard work of getting rich. Now, here at DuePoint, we create an extra income that is recurring because we use financial services and lifestyle products. They run on automatic debit order systems, and those debit orders run every month no matter what you're doing. If you're busy or away or sick, it doesn't matter, those debit orders run. You are not running back to your friends to sell every month. That is not part of our system. But every month as those debit orders are raised, your income comes in a manner that is reliable, that's steadfast, that you can start forecasting on, in a manner that you can start trusting and believing in. That is what we create here. We then wrap it in a system that allows you to leverage others to create income for you. You see, the biggest excuse at the moment, and it's generally that I don't want to do hard work one, but wrapped in a different cover, is I don't have time for this. Folks, nobody has time. Every single one of us is too busy. Doesn't matter what your title is. These days, I don't think anybody gets to work a short day. Everybody, from the lowest to the most senior, work long days these days. So we have to leverage others to assist us in creating income. And we have built that into your system. And our system buys your time back over time. Yes, you're going to have to put time in the beginning, but it buys the time back that you have lost. Now, the system itself costs you nothing. You do not need to spend a cent to be a wealth engineer. At DuePoint, our objective is to create wealth, not to make you poorer. Every other system that we see coming into the country right now makes you poorer before you get richer. What do they say? Come and buy into your earning status. Pay $400, pay $800, pay $1,000, and the more you pay, the more you'll get to earn. Or you have the ones that say, well, buy the starter kit. It's just 4,000 Rand once off. Or you get the ones that say, just buy 35,000 Rands worth of cryptocurrency and I'll get you started. Okay? How many people have this money? Well, no one. But what people do is they run off to their pensions, they run off to the banks, and they get loans, and they cash out their pensions, and they put it into these things, and poof, it's gone. Here at DuePoint, even if we go poof and disappear, we will have taken none of your money. So you will have lost nothing other than perhaps a bit of time. Here we ask you for no startup fee, no starter kit, no starter manuals, no application form fees. We do not charge you a monthly fee of any form. There is no cost in being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. And it also means that we do not require anybody to have any specific qualification or experience. Remember, we don't sell here. We contract you out of selling. This is a big mindset shift that you're going to have to make this morning. Absolutely no selling. Now, I say this and I say it and I say it throughout the presentation. And at the end, I still have people come up to me at the counter and say, okay, Brendan, now with these products that you've got, what's my angle going to be? What's my angle on these products? And I go, but you don't sell products. But what happens is, for the last 35 years, every system that's come in to this country has said, you need to sell my product. And so when you come here, you go, no, look, for 30 years I've been selling products. Don't tell me I don't have to sell products. I can't do that. No, today the switch has to flip. Here we do not sell product. Here we create wealth. When you talk to individuals now, you will be talking to them about the opportunity to create wealth. The products are not important, and so they don't need an angle. They look good from all sides. Okay, folks, as a result of you not selling, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not intermediaries, and you're not marketers of ours. And therefore, it doesn't matter who you are, what level of qualification or experience you have, you can be a wealth engineer with us. Everyone is now able to start creating wealth through the development of an asset. An asset is something that pays you every month. It is able to create revenue for you constantly. When you have something that has a recurring income, you can now price it. And when you can price it, you can sell it. It comes as a huge surprise to individuals that here at DuePoint, the teams you make, you can actually sell. If somebody wants to buy your team, you can actually sell it. It's your asset. And also, when you pass away one day, it will transfer to your children. The income that you have created during your lifetime will now be earned by your children. They'll be able to pick up that asset, and if they are willing to do hard work, they'll be able to grow that asset and hand it on to your grandchildren bigger than when you gave it to them. This is very different from what we're doing right now. Right now, we accumulate debt during our lives. We give it to our children. Our children then accumulate more, so it's even bigger. They give it to their children, and so on and so on. Eventually, somewhere along the line, that bubble's going to have to pop. We want to reverse that now and create a different kind of generational legacy with us here at DuePoint. We've also designed the system to be convenient and not embarrassing for you. Those of you here this morning, you'll see the quality of our offices. You'll see the quality of our staff. You'll see the quality of our equipment here. This is not a garage startup. This is not me putting you in a barn outside my house on a couple of plastic furniture, outdoor furniture chairs. This is the real deal here. In addition, we have eliminated your need to sell. So if you've got that concern, I don't have the personality for this. No, it's absolutely fine. You see this brick wall here? This brick wall has as much personality as you're going to require to be a successful wealth engineer here at DuePoint. You don't need to be a salesperson. You don't need to know how to present, because there's only two people that present. It's Rob and I. And we use our technology to be in your pockets 24 hours a day. So no matter where you are, whether I'm asleep or awake, it doesn't matter. You're going to click a button, and you're going to have us in front of you doing the presentation for you. We have eradicated all those things you would worry about in one of these systems, and therefore you are left with only the excuse of, am I willing to put my head down to do the work required to create wealth for me in this system? Leaving you with that one task of connecting individuals to us. So how do you connect individuals to us? Well, there's 4 ways. The first way, you can go to our information counter and buy a USB stick. It's 170 Rand. It's once off, and you now have the ability to connect people to us for as long as that USB stick lives. You can stick it in a TV, in a computer, click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. If you struggle with data, the USB stick is your solution, because that's the big thing. People say to us, Brendan, this whole business is online. Yes, welcome to 2018. We don't do paper anymore. But you know, people, do you remember when they say, what will the world look like in 2020? That's 18 months' time. All right? No more, I'm before computers. If you were before computers, you were probably before Christ as well. Okay? It's 2018. You can't use that excuse anymore. You've had 40 years to catch up. And folks, you can't use the excuse of the data's too expensive. The data gets cheaper every month. And now, if you want to create wealth for yourself, to be able to buy a whole lot more than data, you'll start changing your budget. If you spend a lot of money on alcohol, or a lot of money on fast food, and all the other things that come and go and actually do not improve our lives, change a little bit, Save up just 500 Rand a month, and you'll have more data than you could ever need in this business. Make a plan, but if data is an issue for you, spend the 170 Rand and get the USB stick. Second way of connecting people to us. Come here. 6 days a week, ladies and gentlemen, Monday through Saturday, we're open and we do these presentations. Night times, lunch times, mornings. Wealth engineers, wherever you are in Joburg, no excuse, get here at least once, maybe twice during the week. Come and remind yourself that this is the real deal. You can bring your guests here, you can bring your acquaintances here, and we'll do the presentation for you. Every day of the week except for Sundays. I've got to have one day off. The rest of the time I live here. I go home to the office on Sundays, and then I just come home here from Monday through Saturday. Folks, we're here for you to do these presentations, so use us, come here, and use us here at the office. The third way of connecting individuals to us is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, and you will find every video we've ever done. Every presentation we've ever done is on there, including this morning's. This afternoon, you'll be able to click and we'll be there. You'll be able to watch every single one. We've got an interesting Facebook competition that's going to be starting soon with regard to our YouTube channel. So you might want to get a little bit connected to YouTube if you've never done it before. It gets real interesting here at DuePoint. And it means that 24 hours a day, no matter where you are in the country, you can click play on YouTube, and we are right there for you on your phone, on your tablet, and on your TV to connect individuals to us. This is a nationwide business, And then the fourth way of connecting individuals to us is through our live broadcast. Every single day of the week, Monday through Saturday, we broadcast all of our presentations across the country. This means that if you get stuck at work, but you've got a few friends that you want to show DuePoint to, or you're stuck at home or at church or wherever you might be, you pull out your smartphone, you load up your computer, whatever it might be, and you log in live to us as we do this presentation. You can be in the room with us, as is many, many people this morning watching us live. And you can do that every presentation that we do every single day. So folks, you do not need to worry about presenting. We are here to connect people for you. You just click play. People say, Brendan, how do I convince people to do DuePoint? This is the big thing. No, people don't want to do DuePoint. When I try and sell it to them, I go, stop trying to sell it to them. Stop trying to talk them into it. What you do is you say, do you require more money? Yes, click. Don't try and finish the rest of the sentences. You will lose. You know what it's like. When you came here the first time, wealth engineers, you remember what it was like. You fought the whole way. They had to drag you the whole way up the road and down here, nails dug in the ground. Hey, Thursday night, we had the Throwdown Thursday. I'm telling you, they were dragging the people in here because I told them to bring the difficult people. They were dragging in here. The one girl started hitting the one next to her. Why am I here? Why am I here? Huh? You know what it's like because you're trying to convince them. That's my job. I've been doing this for 35 years. I was like little kiddie when I started public speaking. Let me do this. Okay, not you. Drag them in here. All you need to do is, do you need wealth? If you need more money, if you want to stabilize your financial position, watch this. Click. And that's what you do at DuePoint. You are not selling. All of that is gone. Some people say, no, I don't like premium. I don't like premium. You'd rather sell the pot and get the money once. Folks, here, it is premium because it's wealth. Every month that premium comes in, you create wealth. When you sell the pot, you just get money once, just once. We don't want that here. We want people who grow rich over time through an accumulating income that comes through our system. All right, now as you connect individuals to us, some of them are going to catch the vision. They're going to see through their stigmas. They're going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. When they do, they'll become wealth engineers like you, and we will allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk will go out and do exactly the same thing. They will connect individuals to us. Some will catch the vision, and again, we will allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself and repeats itself and repeats itself over time. If you go back and dig through some of our presentations, you'll be able to find presentations where we've actually demonstrated this with real channels. People have come in, started doing the work, then gone, the work is too hard. It's too hard. I want to go back to being poor. All right? And they've left. And when they've left, their channels have carried on until there have been thousands of individuals in their channels. And they've gone because they weren't willing to just put a little bit of effort in, a little bit of time. Our channels roll and roll. And as they penetrate and permeate the South African market, we as DuePoint come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout these channels, and your income is now born. Folks, this is important to remember. We are not a pyramid scheme. We are not a Ponzi scheme, because we do not take your money. We do not. Somebody said to that one of our guys, actually, he's the husband of one of our more successful wealth engineers. He said to his wife when she joined us, he said, wait, somebody's going to lose their money. Watch. 2.5 years later, she's going, when is somebody going to lose their money? They haven't taken any of my money yet. So, folks, we don't take your money. So this cannot be a pyramid scheme. It cannot be a Ponzi scheme. It's not because it's a shape like this that it's a pyramid scheme. We have a president, 2 vice presidents. He's got his deputy presidents. Everything is in the shape of a triangle. There's a definition for a pyramid scheme. But can I also tell you, the one thing that you've come here looking for this morning, we're also not. And that's a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, I know people say to me, no, I don't want a get-rich-quick scheme. But the truth is we do. We all want to get rich quickly. That's why there are so many schemes and scams out there, because they know you. They know you. So they go onto Facebook and they go, what are they going to want? They're going to want to hear that they can be rich in 90 days. Let me tell them that. Join me, 35,000 Rand in cryptocurrency, and 90 days from now you'll be rich. Join me, buy the 5,000 Rand starter kit and pay $400 a month, and you will be rich in 90 days. And you all believe them. We know. You've all been burnt. You put your money in and it's gone. Here at DuePoint, we will tell you that we are the only get-rich-slow scheme in the country. But we are the get-rich permanently scheme. That's what we do here. We're a 70-year-old insurance company. We're not going to throw that in the bin. We're going to build ourselves to be a 150-year-old insurance company, and we want people to walk that journey with us in creating lifetime wealth. And that is going to require your time. That's the price. Not money here, time. You're going to have to put that time in. You're going to have to put the hard work in. Most people are unwilling to do that. But those of you, the percentage of you that are willing to put the time in, we will change your economic position permanently, and possibly those of generations to come as well with what we do. Those who put the time and the effort in allow us to facilitate the purchase of our products into their channels. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is 324 Rand a month. For that, you get 2 independent products. Your first independent product is a tax-free investment account. Tax-free investment account is an account that allows you to create wealth. That's what it does. It's not a savings account. You do not get rich in a savings account. You get poorer. Remember, what interest are you getting in your bank account? 3%, 4%, maybe 5% if you've got lots of money in it. Okay? What's inflation? 17%. That means that every year, the money in your bank account is worth less. We did not want to do that. So we created an investment account. An investment account takes your money and invests it into the shares of our economy. All the big and small businesses. You now become a shareholder in this economy. People talk about transformation. We are transforming right here. You become the shareholders of the economy of South Africa. And you therefore have an investment that moves with the economy of South Africa. If it's going up, your money's going up. If it's going down, your money's going down. But if you look at it over time, you pull the graphs out, you will see that the growth is upwards. The growth is upwards. And in addition, whatever dividends are paid by these companies that you're now shareholders of are put into your account as well. And you start having a compounding effect of growth where you put the time into creating wealth in your investment account. And it's tax-free. There's no notice period on it. There's no waiting period on it. You can draw your money at any time. The second product that you get is for 224 Rand. So 100 Rand of the 324 we put into your investment account every month. We then take the remaining 224 Rand and we give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And I love this because we've had people say to us, we don't want the personal accident cover. Nobody wants personal accident cover. And that's surprising. Now, the reason why people say they don't want personal accident cover is because they say, I'm not going to die from an accident. I have very bad news for you. The highest statistic of death under the age of 65 is accident. You are not going to die from a cold under the age of 65. You're not going to die from flu. You're not going to die from anything. The statistic is skewed the other way. What you are going to die from is you're going to be shot. 173 cash in transit heists since January. You're going to be shot. You're going to die in a car accident. Nearly 50,000 people a year die in car accidents. Okay? You're going to die in airplane accidents. Scarily enough, 800 people a year die in airplane accidents in South Africa. 800! I'm not getting on a plane ever again. You're going to fall off a ladder. You're going to die in a fire. What did we have just the other day in the news? Some jealous boyfriend sets his girlfriend's shack on fire and 37 shacks are burnt down and 10 people are killed. These are the reasons why you die. You want personal accident cover. Okay? And not only that, this product, like our others, does something no other product in South Africa does. It creates you wealth. I'm going to show you how in a moment. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. So for less than 250 Rand, you can have a product at Constantia. 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, folks. This means that when you do die from an accident, your beneficiaries don't get 20,000 Rand for your wooden casket. They get 1 million Rand for your golden casket. They can fly you in a Boeing to your burial site. But that 1 million Rand sets them up. It pays off houses. It pays for education. And it covers the loss of the income you were producing for your family. When people say to me they don't want personal accident cover, I don't understand their thought process. I don't. We have to start changing if we're going to survive in this economy. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that you get access to all of our suppliers. You see, as a 7-decade-old corporate, we get amazing discounts, prices, account managers, services, packages, all sorts of things from all sorts of different suppliers. For $299 a month subscription fee, you get access to all of those. You can change your entire monthly spend using us. We've got retail stores in there. We had Zacchaeus up on stage here on Thursday night. It's amazing. He flew in from Nelspruit using our travel agency. He buys things, he's buying his kids' clothes, he's buying their school stationery and all sorts of stuff off of Take-A-Lot, which is one of our suppliers. You know, he uses Checkers for his groceries, which is one of our suppliers. He uses everything. He's using the whole thing. So he gets a little bit of discount here and he gets a special package deal there, then he gets a little bit, and his whole economy is changing in his house. For just 299 Rand a month, he's got access to all of them every single month. It's amazing. We love this product. It's non-insurance, non-financial, but we think it's amazing for those who apply their minds to it and use the suppliers. It can completely change their monthly expenditure with us. All right. Now that brings us to the question, how do we translate that then into the wealth that you get? Okay. So traditionally, how do we get you to connect with us? Traditionally, we use advertising. Billboards, TVs, radio stations, you name it. Anywhere we can put an advert, hundreds of millions a year we spend on advertising. How do we pay for that money? We put it into the price of your products. Your funeral cover, your banking fees, your car insurance, all of them have included in them next month's marketing. You are always paying for next month's marketing. Now here at DuePoint we do exactly the same thing. The only difference is we don't do any advertising. That's why you'd never heard of us before this morning. We run no adverts anywhere. We use you to connect people to us. You are the only element in this transaction to bring people to us. And that, at the end of the day, is the only task that you are left with, to connect people. And by doing that, you allow us to take all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, which we were spending anyway and were going to spend anyway. We now can redirect that from them to you. This is a complete redirection of the flow of funds in the economy of South Africa, away from big corporates and government parastatals into the hands of South Africans. That's what we do here. You now are in a position in your channel to earn off of what we would have spent elsewhere through our system. This allows us to create wealth for you in 2 ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment that is made in your channel, multiplied by a percentage of where in your channel that payment was made. So you go out, you chat to a few people. Some of them become wealth engineers. They pay for their product, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. 55 Rand. Not once. Yes, I know if you sell the pot, you get 450 Rand. Once off. Here you get 55 Rand every month that product is paid. And our products can last a lifetime. They don't have expiry dates. They don't go off. They go on and on and on, which means that 55 Rand could be coming in for years. In addition, we don't pay for people. Particularly on Saturday mornings, people think, no, just go get 100 people, put them in the room. No. We pay for the products because the products put you back in control. You see, if this individual takes 2 products, you now get 110 Rand. If he takes 3 products, you get 165 Rand. You are in control of your income here at DuePoint. These folk go out, they chat to a few more friends. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their products. Again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month that those products are paid for. You've been here in this particular example for 5 minutes. You put a handful of people in, count them up, you're earning 1,000 Rand a month. 1,000 Rand a month, 12,000 Rand a year. You've been here for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 12,000 Rand a year certainly beats 450 Rand per pot. Okay, you put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy into it, and you will see that you now earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there's no limit to the size of the channel that you can make here at DuePoint. You see, from the 8th point on, you'll always get 4% of R27.50. I'll tackle questions afterwards, okay? 4% of R27.50. You're going to get that for every product, payment made every month on every point in your channel where you qualify to earn. This means you can make a channel that's 25 points big. You can earn on all those products. You can make a channel that's 50 points big and earn on all of those products. You want to learn how to qualify? Go to our YouTube channel. Watch the little training video. It's 6 or 7 minutes long, and you'll understand how we have created an asset that will go from generation to generation, each one making it bigger and bigger, creating lifetime wealth for families. That's what we do. So what do we earn on the ground? What does it actually translate into? That's the big question people ask me all the time. But it's very difficult for me to answer, you see, because only a few of you will be willing to put the work in. Many of you will turn away the moment someone says, it's a pyramid scheme. You'll go, okay, I'll quit. The moment somebody in your channel doesn't pay. We've had people, even this last month, guys working so hard here, and then they miss the wealth quest. And they go, this month's little 30-day wealth quest, I missed it, I quit. I missed it, so I quit. No, we are creating lifetime wealth. And so you have to lift your head and push through to the ultimate goal here at DuePoint, the change, permanent change of your economic position. And that means that when people fail to pay in your channel, it means nothing. You just keep going. You just keep going. But for many, it'll make them stumble. And so I can't answer the question how much you're going to earn. I can only guess at what you're going to earn. And so we took 20 years of data and did some very serious actuarial mathematics on it. And we came up with what we call our 3+2 growth rate formula. 3+2 says that you arrive, you're keen to work, but you don't have a lot of time. You don't do a little bit each month. We said in your first month with us, you are responsible for putting just 3 people into your channel. Just 3. 3 people in. Not 30, not 15, just 3 people in an entire month. And then every month thereafter, you are responsible for putting just 2 people in your channel. 1 every 15 days. That's all. We have people here at DuePoint that can put 37 people in a month. So when we ask you to do 2, we feel like it's reasonable. Now, the trick here is you've got to do those 2 every single month. Every month. You can't miss a month. You can't miss because it's Christmas. You can't miss because it's Easter. Every month, you've got to put those 2 people in. You are responsible. If you can do that and work with your teams to do the same thing, and we put our maths in, we believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. And you can see this is very different from Facebook, which knows that you want a get-rich-quick scheme, so they say you'll be rich in 90 days. Which is not true. Only the guy who set the Facebook page up is going to be rich, and he'll then run away, as they all do. Folks, no, we're quite real here. This is a time exercise where you can put 6 months in, you are now earning 30,000 Rand a year permanently that you were not earning before. What is it like to get an extra 2,500 Rand in the middle of the month every month? You've got to start thinking now, what expenses could you cover? Now, if you can do 6 more months with us, if you're able to withstand the fact that you missed a wealth quest or somebody didn't pay or your dad laughed at you and told you it was a pyramid scheme, if you can withstand that and keep putting 2 people in and 2 people in and 2 people in for a year with us, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now, 10,000 Rand a month changes everything. Even for the guy who earns 100,000 Rand a month, an extra 10,000 Rand a month changes everything. 120,000 Rand a year. Think about the list of things you could eradicate in your life with that extra. People say to me, yeah, but Brendan, life is not all about money. No, but it's 99% about money. I'll leave the other 1% with you. We're here to tackle the 99%. We need that extra 10. Can you do 2 years with us? If you can do 2 years, that money will rise to 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year, and that's more than most people will ever get to in their careers. 2 years, not 2 weeks, not 2 months. 2 years of people laughing at you, letting you down, not paying, missing wealth quest, possibly missing the rank 9 trip, etc., etc. It's consistent, persistent effort going, I will change my circumstances. And 2 years down, in the middle of every month, without having to sell any pots or pans, you get 27,000 Rand every month. How does life look? How has it changed at that point? If you can do 3 years with us, it rises to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years with us, it rises to 60,000 Rand. If you can do 5 years with us, it will reach what Facebook promised you in 90 days. You'll be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. On the lower end of that bracket, it's R1,000,000 a year. That's what you'll be in after 5 years. Not 5 months, not 5 weeks, 5 years. This is a 5-year plus journey. See, it also doesn't stop there. You could put 25 years in. But you need to know that when you join DuePoint, you do not join it for the next month. We have people who say, I'm going to join and see how the month goes. I'll tell you exactly how the month's going to go right now. When you join, you say, I am changing my circumstances, and I'm changing it permanently, which means that 5 years, nothing. How long have you been working your careers for? Huh? But when I say to you, you've got to give me 5 years, you go, no, forget that, it's too long. I go, well, how come you keep working at your job then? It's not getting you anywhere near these numbers. You don't moan to your boss and say, you know what the problem with this job is? It's taking too long for me to earn big money. You don't do that. You're all going to go back on Monday morning. You're all going to go back, smile, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. What can I do? Sure, I'll stay late, overtime. No problem. You don't have to pay me. That, we all do it. I can joke because we all do it. We all do it. A Saturday morning. My kid's playing club soccer. My daughter's got her ballet exam. I'm here. Everybody who's in Joburg this morning watching their kid playing sport because they want to be poor, I'm watching you. You should be here. I've always said to people, what would I prefer to do? Go to my kid's 8-year-old soccer game or buy him a BMW on his 21st birthday? Which one do you think he's going to remember longer? Yeah. You've got to put family first. I am putting my family first, being right here. I'm always putting my family first when I'm creating wealth. But people are lazy. And so you'll find any excuse. That's what we did on Throwdown Thursday. Thursday night, we looked at the excuses. And we worked through them until eventually there isn't an excuse other than, I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. Guys, you've got to do the work. 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. Is it working? For sure. There's people doing the work already. Every month we put 2 or 3 or 4 people on stage. A fraction of those that are earning. A fraction. But we put them up here and we show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We put them all up here. Some earning $1,000 a month after 3 years, and some earning hundreds of thousands of rands a month. We show them all to you so that you can decide which one you want to be. We don't have to hide anything here at DuePoint. That's the wonderful thing about this business. I don't have to hide anything. There's no secret something behind somewhere. I don't take your money, I make your money. That's what we do here at DuePoint. This month, we had Lynette Bodnorst up. I'll tell you a secret. It was her husband who said, watch, somebody's going to lose their money. I love it. I love it. Excellent. He's a believer now. 2 years ago, she joined us, and over 2 years, you must watch her story. It's a story of real persistence. She has worked against the most incredible odds to build her channel. In 2 years, she's created a channel that earns her about 16,000 Rand a month. 16,000 Rand a month. It's not my 27,000. No. She's been going a little bit slower. She has been working, but she's gone a little bit slower. But she's only too happy to be getting 16 grand a month. Every month, 16 grand. Please. Over her first 2 years with us, she earned 100,000 rand from DuePoint. Starting at naught, building it up, building it up, building it up, building it up. 100,000 rand. We average it out, 50 grand a year. Would you like to have an extra 50 grand a year?
Yep.
I don't have to make you the 100,000 rand a month. We don't need that. That's what we want. What we need is the 5 or 10,000 extra rand every month. That changes everything. And that's what we do. 100,000 rand over the last 2 years. And she is not finished. She was here on Thursday night. She is going strong. Shout out to the Val. Siyabonga, down in Newcastle. All of you watching from Newcastle today, fantastic to have you on board. Siyabonga building for 15 months out of town. Never gets to come here. I think he's been here twice. Doesn't get to come here. But he's built a channel in 15 months worth 10,000 rand a month. He's about on the maths at the moment. 10,000 rand a month out of town. No excuse. There's no excuse at DuePoint. The excuse is always laziness. That's all. We have put everything on the plate for you. No matter where you are in the country, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter what your personal circumstances, you can build wealth with DuePoint. He's earned 90,000 rand in 15 months with us. Imagine, that's about a year. It's a little bit more than a year. What if you increased your salary by 90,000 rand? That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's what he's done. And I know in his story, he talks about how he bought himself a car for this money. I mean, for 10 grand a month, you can buy a pretty decent car, can't you? Yeah. He's only too happy to have his new car off the back of DuePoint. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. Patrick and Pumi are a cash and transit heist risk. They're a real risk, so I can't tell you how much they earn. It's a risk. It's a risk for us every single time we show it. So I had to come up with a way of showing you how much they earn so that they don't get hijacked at the boom. They've been with us for 2 years. They've been shooting the lights out. They work very hard at this business. Laziness is not in their vocabulary. Excuses is not in their vocabulary. All right? There's never, oh, Brendan, the products are not good enough. Oh, Brendan, the technology's not. If only, Brendan, you had this, we would succeed. There's none of that. We just succeed despite everything. That's what Patrick and Pumi's philosophy is. So what I did was I took all the money they earned since the first day they arrived to when I pulled these numbers about a month or two ago, and I divided it into equal pieces. And I said, can we imagine that if they earned the equal amount every month since they started, how much that would be? Now, they didn't do that, obviously. In their first month, I think they got 600 rand. In month 8, they got maybe 10,000 rand. Like, they didn't earn equal amounts, but I just chopped it up. And if I do that from the very first month that they got here, they've been earning an average of 32,500 rand a month. For 2 years. For 2 years. What does that mean for you? It means that you have the ability to do anything at DuePoint. I asked you to put 2 people a month in. That's our mathematics. Can you put 2 people a month in? Patrick and Pumi have averaged 10 people a month. They have personally put 240 people into DuePoint. 10 people is not so much. It's 2 to 3 people a week. It's 2 to 3 people a week. If you can do that consistently over time, you can also become a cash and transit heist risk. It is completely up to you. You can be slow, you can be medium, or you can be fast. The decision is yours. And now again, people are like, I'm going to be like Patrick. Watch, 3 months from now, I'll be on there. And then 3 months from now, you're not, and you quit. Why? Not because you joined DuePoint to create wealth. You joined DuePoint to try and outrun someone. That's not what we do. You build at your own time and your own rate. There are no deadlines. There's no timelines. There's no competitions you have to win. You just grow at your own pace. And even if it takes you 2 years to get to 10,000 rand a month, that's 10,000 rand a month you didn't have 2 years earlier with us. It's wealth creation. Go to our YouTube channel, watch the stories of all the people earning little bits, earning medium amounts, earning piles. They're all there on our YouTube. If you've never used YouTube, start using YouTube today. Get out there and go and find our channel and watch their stories and know that you can be among those stories if you are willing to do the work and not find excuses. If you're willing to do that, then you can change your future completely. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you need to know, I've just told you about becoming a wealth engineer at DuePoint. Everything I tell you from this point forward is extra. If you want to become a wealth engineer with us today, you go to our website, DuePoint.net, you click the apply button, and you fill out the application form. No money having passed from your hands. You are a wealth engineer today, and you can start building your wealth today. Today. If you're serious, get the tools. We've got the tools for you at the counter. Important tools that don't make me money, they make you money. The USB stick with the presentation. The business cards, guys, that make you legitimate what you're doing. These other things that are all over the internet, you don't get business cards for them. You can't even find their head office. You don't even know who runs them. Today, you have met the person who runs this business. In your first 3 seconds of being here, you know who's doing this. Get the business cards. It connects people. Prices are on the counter. Speak to client services if you're out of town. Call them up and they'll have the stuff sent to you. Get the backup batteries if your phones die. Watch, one of you, at least one of you, will come to the counter and ask for a charger today. I know you will. And this whole business is run off of your phone. Your whole business. You say, bring a head office to Durban. Take your cell phone down to Durban, and you have DuePoint's head office in Durban. Congratulations, you have established the Durban head office. Go to Springbok in the northwest. Take a cell phone with you, and you have just brought DuePoint's head office to Springbok. Everything is on here. So make sure you've got the backup battery and all the other tools that we have. Go and get them. Folks, we are on Facebook. Half the content we produce every day is on Facebook only. It's not on YouTube. It is only on Facebook. Please find our Facebook page. Follow it, and every day you'll hear what we're doing. As I said, we're going to run a competition on Facebook. We do also say that we're communicating, we're telling what's going on. We give you audio files and video files. So if you battle with data, the audio files are like 1, maybe 2 megs big. That means you don't have to listen to just the first 10 seconds. You can actually listen to the whole minute. And they're not more than about 2 minutes. So go and watch it through, understand it, stay plugged in to the system that we've created here for you. Make sure you're there. This week we opened up the parking to the office. We knew everyone who's not on Facebook because they still parked up at the library. So we could just see who's not on Facebook. Guys, get on Facebook with us. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, it is free to subscribe, and of course that'll mean that you'll know when we're live every day. If you subscribe to us, the moment we turn on our camera and we broadcast, it pings your phone. And you can quickly grab the 2 closest things with a pulse. You pull them in and you say, shh, watch. What's this? Shh, watch. Click and you watch it with us live in the room every day. And then, folks, download our free app onto your phones, onto your tablets. It is your tool. It's how you create your wealth here. Put it on your phones. It's free. Go to the stores, download it wherever you are. Everything you need about DuePoint and to build your wealth is in that app, including your personal documentation. So get that sorted. Now, we know that many of you might be saying here, last excuse, I don't know how to do this. I just don't know how to do it. Guys, we know that. And what you've been doing in the past perhaps is not what we do here. Maybe you've been selling products and business. That's not what we do here. We have to re-educate you. And so we do. We use our XP Rewards training program to educate you in how to create wealth with DuePoint. We take you through a series of steps and programs, and as you complete them, we give you XP points. XP points are experience points. They're a measure of how experienced you are with us. They're not worth rands and cents. They're just a measure. But as you gain experience in our program and your channel size naturally grows as a result, and you meet the 2 criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, it gets more serious. This is a long, long plan. There's 28 ranks currently mapped in our system. I'm showing you the first 11. You've got to remember that. There's 28. I'm only going to show you 11. The cash gets real serious. Then at rank 5, we start to give you tools that we know are going to help you. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick jam-packed with all of our downloads, testimonies, presentations, tools, everything you need to connect individuals to us, whether you've got data or not. At rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 rand. They are gold gilded. Look at them. Gold gilded, not gold printed, gold gilded for you. So that when you put it in someone's hands, they go, okay, I'll watch the video. They are the finest business cards in the country, and we give them to you at rank 7. And at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you do for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. Every year for the rest of your life. Does it not surprise you that this room is not packed to the back corner? If we are doing this, what do you think is keeping people away from this? Starts with the letter L. Laziness. People want this. They do. They want this. But they want it given to them. Guys, in the South African economy, everything that could have been given has been given. There's nothing left to be given. There's nothing left. Now we must build. That is what we're doing here. We are building our wealth. If you work and you get to rank 9, which you will do, it's not a competition. Everyone who goes rank 9 comes with us. And it's not a timeline. You can take 5 years to go rank 9 if you want. Doesn't make a difference. You built it. When you do, your hard work is rewarded not only. See, look there, I'm being live streamed again. Not only is your hard work rewarded for 250 XP. I hope it was worth it, guys. I hope the 250 XP is worth it. When you achieve rank 9, not only have you created wealth for yourself, because that's what you will. At rank 9, you can pay for your own trips. You have created sufficient wealth now for yourself to pay for a trip yourself every year. But we reward that hard work with trips that look like this. You see, I didn't have to use stock footage there because we actually go every year. Every year we go. We're going this December as well. We're going this December. We got the hotel booked. We've got rooms waiting for rank 9s. For those that can get over the, oh, I wish you had this product, and oh, I wish your system did this, and oh, I wish this, that. If you can get over the excuses and say, well, I've got to just do the work, and I can come with me, you're all welcome. You're all welcome. Who will make it? Well, if we do 3 plus 2, it's going to take you 19 months to go rank 9. But the record to rank 9 is 5 months. So you can get there in 5. You can probably get there in less. I'm waiting for that record to tumble. I am. Or you can get there in longer. It could take you 3 years. It's up to you, but it doesn't matter. You will eventually get there if you do the work. If you do the work to get there. For those of you down the Sasselberg team watching us today, you now know what Donnie looks like underwater. Thinner. Pumi, we've seen you underwater too. Huh? These are real. These are real. And we can do them every year, and you can join us. That's rank 9 of 28. At rank 11, We give you another very powerful tool in the DuePoint system. It's your own car. It's not rented to you from us. It's not financed through us. We don't brand it and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car at rank 11. And you can use it to build your freedom, to build your wealth with us here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, at 11:30 today, we are going to be running a Teamworks meeting. It's personal and interactive training with me. If we haven't answered your questions outside, and if your guys haven't answered your questions wherever you are this morning, please tune back in. We are broadcasting it live. Come back into the room, and we're going to do some basic training here at DuePoint. That was the introduction. Now I'll get into the meat and potatoes with you. So come back in. Get all your guests back in. Don't run off home to your daughter's ballet. Okay? My daughter's there. She says your daughter's fine. Come back in here at 11:30. Come and join us. Let's do training for 45 minutes. We'll be done by 12:15. Okay. All right. And those of you watching around the country, tune back in at 11:30 for the training. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see how serious we are here. We are very serious about what we're doing here. We don't take money, we make money at DuePoint. But we don't do transactional cash. If you want to sell pots and pans, I'm sorry, this is not for you. But if you want to create a lifetime of accumulating income wealth, then that is what we do at DuePoint. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. Ask whoever brought you here today. But don't walk out of here today without this tool. Don't walk out of here today without this tool. Pick it up and start making a change for your lives. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside. Thanks for all of you who tuned in live today.